And here they are. I mean, a 12 is a nice way to start things off from Kiana. Going first, and let's take a look at what she wants to combo through. And here we see the first Dragonmaid card. I know someone in the background would be excited about seeing some Dragonmaid action.
Absolutely, and we get to just send from the deck to graveyard another Dragonmaid monster, and then we are going to go through the extra deck and special summon the fusion monster, which is one of the main strategies of the Dragonmaid cards, of course.
Yeah, Lady does not require any polymerization. As you can see, you can just special summon it by banishing monsters from field or grave. And I'm really curious to see where, you know, you will see this engine mixing up, and I think that's what it will be. Sometimes we use this effect to send the tiding. That card is actually not in the deck with the chamber. Instead, as you can see, we are gonna access our own sort of polymerization effect, and there it comes with the changeover.
Yeah, and that's a very interesting one because you are able to fusion summon any dragon monster, and of course that does not only include the Dragonmaid monster. Here it's gonna be the case, but I think this is very interesting to include those cards because you can even get back the card from the graveyard by returning a fusion monster from your field to the hand. A Dragonmaid monster, so that's pretty cool because of course it works really well with the fusions like the Raoh and the K2 that you also have in the deck.
And we do hard draw here this Dragontail spell, while Shu essentially represents a negate. So whenever your opponent activates a card or effect is pretty much generic. You can negate, destroy, and then it pretty much switches with another Dragonmaid in the actual deck. But yeah, this is an amazing opener. Wow.
Yeah, something that you really see every day, to be fair. Just with one card, essentially, she's just setting up the whole field, and to top it up, she also has the Dracotail's package. And I really like, as you also previously mentioned, the addition and creativity of our players this weekend, because we have a lot of different decks that can be paired up with others. For example, Mitsurugi, just thinking about it, it can be paired up with other strategies and engines. And to be fair, I really like Kiana's deck, because talking about fusions, which I think will be very popular this weekend with Dracotail, we also got to see Dragonmaid over the past years in a different way, I would say, playing more cards of it and the tiding as well. And here she's just prioritizing the fusion summon mechanics.
Yeah, something you don't see every day. This Tartalion is sending back a fusion, actually, not adding a card back, but because we sent Urgula from the deck, we can just get the 5 mana back with its effect. And so she just decided to put the Lady back into the extra deck, I guess. And yeah, this is exactly what we're gonna see. Urgula goes back, we add the 5 mana, and now we still have already one trap, and I'm pretty sure we'll get the horn as well.
Absolutely, here we are going to search for another Dracotail monster, and it's going to be the Mululu, which is pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah.
And speaking about Dracotail in general, I think that this deck was a pretty good miracle, to be honest, going into this tournament, because Yomi was for sure one of the best decks, and we know that this deck has a pretty good matchup in going into Yomi, going first, but also going second, because you have the ability to just put so many disruptions, try to remove the bodies from the field, the monsters from the field, and we know that Yomi can struggle a little bit against those type of interactions. So yeah, going with the Dracotail strategy I think was very clever, and pairing it with the Dragonmaid, I think that is really good, because all the early loop was protected. You know, you just invest one card, and from one card you get so much, and then you can just safely play your Dracotail moves, and yeah, it's going pretty well for now.
I mean, I really feel like it's also a matter of how do you feel like playing a deck like Dracotail and pairing it up, for example, with Branded, or there's also other players which could play it differently, like we've seen the new Dark Dragon being released in the... And I mean, I really feel like there are so many different scenarios in which you can play the deck. And here, I think Kiana, maybe, on the other hand, is thinking, what am I up against? Because you see a Bystial, and most of the time you're like, okay, what is this?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Lubellion is not that played during
At
the
all.
current meta. During the previous meta games, it was played. It used to be played with also Tenpai, for example, when Tenpai got hit. And yeah, this time you're like, what am I facing?
Absolutely, and we are gonna start things off though with this Magnamut, and luckily, I mean, this chamber works out pretty well for it, being a dark. And yeah, I mean, I'm interested also in the decision to prioritize the Mululu. We didn't set the horn, so we decided to set up a spell negation instead. And let's see if that decision comes back. But we do negate the Magnamut, so we went in on this Xiao, which is gonna now go back to the extra deck to summon another Dragonmaid. And yeah, rightfully so, we are gonna have a read because it's the house Dragonmaid. And yeah, pretty much now it could represent another disruption when one of your, you send back to the end one of your dragons. But I guess for now the pressure is on Anthony. Really has committed only one card.
Yeah, exactly. Only one card, and he got rid of the first interaction that Kiana had. So,
Oof, that's a big one.
and that's the Driz room.
Yeah. Interesting, again, sequence here. Obviously pushed, but this is gonna be big as you just bring it back, force the Druid's Worm, possibly getting rid of the House Dragonmaid, unless it has some protection, but I don't believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't know the rest of his hand, but for now it's going pretty well for him because
Yeah.
he literally just sequenced it pretty well. He's going to activate the Driz room, targeting the Artelion.
That's an interesting choice.
I mean, yeah, because considering the fact that the Artelion on the field does almost nothing, to be honest. It's just a big body, a big blue eyes white dragon, and in the graveyard it can just special summon itself back. So I would have thought that maybe he would have targeted the Dragonmaid instead. But for now, it's his choice, and he's now going to get access to probably, yeah, the Branded Regain. Such a good card, to be honest. Such
Amazing
a good card.
And of course, the decision is still up to Kiana when to use her Femena, but here we see one of the interesting inclusions of this deck.
Yeah, the Neo Kaiser Seahorse. Usually we don't see it in the deck list when we play Blue Eyes Primate, but in this deck list this is a more all fuel, all gas. We want to have a lot of engine and to just force to go through the field. And we are going to go through the Link one. And now Kiana knows what is the opponent's deck. So. And we are going to just use Femena there. Very interesting card, to be honest. The fact that you are able to just, in quick effect, be able to do a fusion. But we have the call by the grave right there.
We have the negation, no? We have face down. Oh, for a moment,
it is.
Is there an Ash Blossom or a Ghost Ball, something like that?
Oh, it might be unfortunate though if Kiana said okay, and I think it is the case, unfortunately, because you could see she was almost banishing it, and she must have said, yeah, that's fine, and that's quite unfortunate. Forgetting about her interrupt, and this is completely huge because now you're pretty much out of responses, and I mean, unfortunate, but we always mention it. Playing on stream is never easy, and you know.
And this is huge because not only it negates the Femena for this turn, but if there is another turn, then Femena will not be able to activate. So this is absolutely huge there.
Devastating. And yeah, I mean, what can you do?
So there is still the Flame on the field, which can be activated. But this is a bit of a tough spot, to be honest, because now Anthony is going to be able to just try to get his big monsters on the field, and maybe he can push for game. So there is a bit of talking right now between the players and the judges.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit of explanation on all the cards and effects that have been activated.
Absolutely. But yeah, talking about the two decks, I think that this is very interesting to see two creative players going pretty well into doing pretty well into the tournament. And yeah, because the blue-eye strategy, this is not the usual blue-eye strategy that we see. We see some improvements. And speaking of blue eyes, this is a deck that was played a lot before, but recently have seen a little bit of downfall. I mean, we see some other decks just take over some Yomi strategies, the Vanquish Soul Canine strategy. But yeah, seeing Anthony doing pretty well, and I think that he tried to improve the deck, try to just get something new in there to surprise the opponents.
I mean, over the last year, I felt like Blue Eyes has always been on the radar, and also at YCS tournaments and you know, nationals, European level. But I'm really curious about this this build that Anthony's playing, because as we mentioned, honestly, we see the Primat cards being played, and he completely decided to just go for another completely lineup, maximizing the Bystials where he could. And I mean, I'm honestly interested, because this is something that you don't really get to see often, to be fair.
Yeah, here comes the boss, one and only Blue Eyes White Dragon. And yeah, the big thing here is he knows most of the hand as well from Kiana, and there is not really much going on. It seems like that draw from possibly, you know, the face down could be the only hope, but what are you even looking for if 5 mana is gone?
Yeah, that's a bit hard, to be honest, and we get to the point where we can literally synchro summon, because we have the tuner on the field, we have the Blue Eyes White Dragon. By the way, it always gives me some chills when I see the Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's such a beautiful.
Also, when I see the first print,
Aura.
I don't know. I mean, it's just, I don't know. He has that's something special. I don't know. Yeah.
Aura farming.
And we are going
really
to get the Effect Veiler, which is one of the strengths of the Blue Eye strategy, because you can get any light tuner monster, and of course, Effect Veiler is one of them.
Yeah. And I mean, Spirit is an amazing card against Dracotail, you know, negating effects in the graveyard is just so strong. So we might even try and push for game here. Like, if we have enough resources, I don't know. Let's see. And yeah, there comes the first Spirit.
Which is good, but the fact that he went for the Effect Veiler probably means that he's going to try to clear the field and then just set up enough interruptions to just win the game on the next turn. And he's in a pretty good spot, to be honest, because yeah, the fact that the call by resolved on the 5 mana is so huge, it's going to be activate till the next turn. So, and we're going to set the wishes. Such a great card as well. Lets you get 2 other pieces from your deck to the hand. And probably gonna try to get the Majesty as well.
Okay, we discard another Seors, and of course, finally, the flame eventually comes into play. We're gonna get a precious draw off it, but what can we get?
That was not bad.
That's a good draw, yeah.
For now, I think. Are we just pushing? Yeah. I think we are moving to the battle phase. We have the Mausoleum effect manipulating attack and defense, so that the house can be attacked over. And then, yeah, we're just gonna push some damage, and I mean, still solid attempt. As mentioned, 5 mana won't be active even during the next turn. But, I mean, this is strong, but the hand is rich by Kiana. Kiana still has a lot, and let's see. Maybe she has what it takes.
I mean, yeah, the game is pretty interesting because it's not over yet. You still have some ability to just go through the interruptions, because on the field you still have only the Spirit and the Effect Veiler in hand that we know was searched earlier in the turn. And yeah, you are going to have some of grind game because you have the regain, of course. You have still the True Light on the field, but this is nothing, you know, unbeatable. I mean, the draw was not that good.
That was rough. Yeah, that draw was unfortunate for sure. But yeah. let's take a look at these interruptions and
Oh!
wow.
And all of a sudden, you activate the effect to just special summon the Blue Eyes ultimate Spirit Dragon, which is interesting to be honest, because I think you want to be able to negate the effect in the graveyard. Of course, you have the ability to just chain block that, but
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting decision here.
and the normal summon of the Mulu, of course, it was going to be the case because you want to be able to fusion summon. You don't have access to the 5 mana, so if you don't have access to the spell cards, you have to use the Mulu. And of course, there's going to be the Veiler and no 5 mana chained because you can't because of the call by the grave.
That's it. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing more, nothing left.
That definitely an unfortunate turn of events here, and this still makes it so that we can push so much damage. Next, we have mentioned it a bit in the discussions that Dracotail, I mean, regardless of what engine you pair it with, sometimes has these consistency issues where you can have amazing ends or you can have ends where just one effect Veiler is enough. And that might be the case here. Ghost Bell is nice, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ghost Bell is very nice because you just prevent the spirit to get back onto the field. And I think that it's not lost yet because you have the Horn, which is set. And there is something very important, is that you can still use the Mululu's effect to fuse on your own turn because this is a quick effect during the main phase. So you might be able to special summon an Arthalion or something like that and be able to chain block your effects so that you survive the turn, and then on the next turn you'll be able to use the 5 mana, so it's not lost yet. I mean, it's not a good spot to be in, but
Absolutely.
Could be definitely worse.
yes.
Yeah. The only thing you always have to keep in mind, especially if you're Kiana here, is time. There are 34 minutes, and you know, if with the new rules you really think that you're not gonna win this one, then to win the match you wanna pick up your cards as fast as possible, because you can see how grindy this matchup could be, and then I'm a bit concerned that they might not have enough time to play 3 full duels. So
I mean, I really feel like that Blue Eyes is one of those relentless deck that really want, you know, to just, you know, play safely and then as soon as possible just seals the game. It's gonna take some time for sure, but it's not over. But of course, like in sake of time, you know.
I mean, I think it's gonna be over really soon because the Majesty right there, if it was activated during the draw phase, it's gonna be hard to just react to that. But I see that there is the Mululu chain, so Anthony decided to use it during the main phase.
that's, yeah, very odd.
Maybe didn't catch that.
Probably. Now we're reading the...
Yeah, I
Stallion.
guess we can just destroy it, no? And then it will not activate. So that's also an option. But yeah, definitely interesting that we didn't use it before the main phase. But yeah.
I mean, it would have solved the problem.
For sure.
Yeah.
But like, I think it still makes sense to pop it, for sure.
You do that now.
Yeah, you do that, so you cannot activate, and then, yeah, you just show the 1 Blue Eyes, and then in a new chain, Kiana is gonna get a couple cards set. But, yeah.
The only problem right there is that he's gonna be able to get revived.
Yeah.
The Arthalion, so.
Regained is activated, and then as we can see, we just set 2 cards, but that's not really that relevant if we are at 5200. Of course, where Anthony doesn't know is that the Horn is still there and can be activated.
And to be honest, that can be huge during the battle phase to just survive the turn.
Is that right? Because you've sent 2 to fusion. And you can use the Arthalion again? Wait. So you sent 2, you summon Arthalion, then in the same chain it's popped, but then they are sent before it was in the graveyard, no? Kinda, you know what I mean? It's it's an interesting sequence that you can use it again. I don't know.
I think it's a different Arthurian. It was the other one.
Ah, from
Do you
turn
remember?
1, yeah,
Yeah.
another one. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, definitely.
Otherwise, yeah, would have been
Yeah,
odd.
that's what I was saying. Yeah. Okay.
But now we decide to activate the horn, targeting the big boss, the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And we are reading the horn, but of course, horn.
Yeah. Do we have an
Allowing-
interruption? Nope. And
Back
that's-
to the hand.
Yep. That's where you tribute summon it for style points.
You can do that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I would love.
yeah. I mean,
I would love that to
I'm
happen.
skeptic about it, but a man can dream.
Well, we will see it for the first time on stream, I think. I think it's never been a normal summon tributing,
Probably.
yeah.
Please do it and tell him.
I think we only saw Dark Magician back then. Do it.
Do it. Let the intrusive thoughts
We're all waiting for that.
do it. Yeah.
Singing a lot about the moves.
There is a word.
I mean, it will allow you to go into your synchro plays.
Exactly. It's perfect.
And I think Ansari is literally thinking about that. I think so. He's just taking his blue eyes in his hand.
Do it. You're going to history.
Is he going to normal summon the one and only Blue Eyes White Dragon
Oh,
Do it.
Do it.
in front of the European crowd?
Not quite. Not quite yet. It
No.
seems.
No, he's going
It's
to.
taking some time. Let's give him some time just to, realize it.
Yeah.
He's going to show us another
one.
artwork of the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
But then. I mean, the last card in end. I'm pretty
Then-
sure,
Oh,
and it
Here
is normal
comes-
summoned.
the Blue Eyes
Wow.
White Dragon himself, normal summoned on the field, and Sonny did it.
Wow. I mean, Anthony's got my respect now.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
we all agree on this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really think this is like the first time we see it being normal summon
Yeah,
tributing
probably,
too, because
yeah,
like
but-
most of the time it just gets special summon, every
Yeah.
single time. But
Ooh, and
make
here
it even
is,
more spicy for us.
Yep. Here is another card you don't see every day.
Used to be one of my favorite cards, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimate Dragon. And I think
Oh,
that
and
is
this is
it.
it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. We were talking about time. Interested also in seeing what Anthony decides to bring. One of the cards that's been talked about a lot is Retaliating Sea. It's a very popular side deck option now that, Dracotail is real, we could say. And here it would be amazing to start things off with, but let's see.
Oh.
Does we have a response?
There is some thinking.
I mean, there are a lot of things that you could do, from Ash to Fuvalos. Let's see if there is anything.
Oh,
There is Ash. Okay.
So it's not the Retaliating Sea, which would have been amazing, of course, but still Ash Blossom to try to interrupt the opponent.
Yeah.
And we talked about going second card, like retaliating against the Dracotail strategy, but one card which is really, really important for this tournament, in my opinion, is going first, the ability that you have to just resist to the dimensional barrier. Because, you are going first game 2, so that's fine for you when you're playing Dracotail, but going into the game 3 must be very, very scary, because you have a lot of players, in my opinion, who will be able to just bring the dimensional barrier and get it during the game 3. So,
but this is
Oh,
huge.
wow.
We see Effect Veiler, but we do have the 5 mana. That's amazing. Wow.
that's a good interaction.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm very surprised that we started things off with the Rao, no? Because it locks you into the Dracotails, and usually it's the last thing you want to activate, but I guess good read from Kiana, and now look at this, so much advantage. She gets to resolve first, the search, adding a monster, and yeah, this is big.
Yeah, for Anthony, it doesn't look good, to be honest, because you just use the Veiler for literally nothing.
Yeah.
And it feels really, really bad. When you have those interactions, like, for example, the Kirin, Fire King, or those cards that allow you to just dodge the interruptions, I mean, when you are the opponent, it feels so bad.
So bad. It's one of the worst feelings by far. It could be also that it's just a one-off because you can search it in Blue Eyes, the Veiler, but I mean, it's here and now. Kiana can do so much.
I mean, it's the end of the turn, so now
Yeah.
we are on Tony's side, and we only have, if I can say that, an Arsalian and one of the trap cards.
Flame, yeah. But the 5 mana, I think, could be quite useful. Let's see. Oh, and that's an unexpected one.
The Raigeki.
Do we actually use it? Because I was
Ooh,
thinking we
okay.
don't, no?
I mean, the
Yeah.
Arsalian doesn't do much on the field, in my opinion, so maybe we could just go let this Raigeki go through, but Kiana deciding that no, this Arsalian is very important to the strategy, and I mean, why not? Oh! And Nos. Oh, yeah, you've got to draw from the flame. And then we get to
the
special
roar?
summon from the deck to try to get the engine going. Yeah, and we can actually use Ghost Bell on this card. That is right.
Yeah,
We
that's
may have a
big, and,
quick
and
one,
it's
huh?
just a pass, and I
Yeah.
think that's
Wow!
it. Yeah, Anthony just.
And we are going into the game 3. Anthony going first, of course, with the Blue Eye strategy. Probably a lot of good going first cards. And on the side of Kiana, I hope that she has something to go through the field. Maybe she has some interesting going second cards. We've seen Anthony running the Raigeki, but maybe she has some other spices to just put in her deck.
Ooh, and that's a
One
interesting
for
one
one.
to open. Discarding
Oh.
Ash. I mean, if that's a Fuvalos, I'm only expecting, you know, we have a second copy in hand, maybe. That's an interesting one to discard. Maybe the only monster. But no response from Kiana yet.
And you see the statement, yeah, getting rid of the Ash Blossom, which is such a good disruption going into the Dracotail matchup.
So good. Yeah,
I mean, you must have some very good cards to just keep in hand.
indeed. And I mean, here we open this True Light, such an amazing opener, you know, able to just set. And I think, yeah, just going through the effects and gonna move on to set Spell and Trap.
The wish is probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is
And
it
the problem
gonna
is that
resolve?
if you get hit by Ash right there,
So big.
I mean, it's really hard to just get back on track.
That's a big question. We got rid of our own Ash. Are we gonna see another one?
And that's a very scary moment for Anthony right now.
Oh, big
Wow.
question.
Oh!
Do we see a response?
And we see the Etude of the Branded getting discarded. So yeah, we have some cards that were added going first. Very spicy deck list.
What a risk, honestly, here, because if the Ash Blossom would have been activated from Kiana's side, that would have been pretty much it.
But here, everything's fine because it's resolved, so we get to see the rest of the combo. 18 minutes left.
Yeah, still plenty of time.
Yeah,
so.
should be enough. And yeah, it doesn't seem like there is anything that Kiana wants to do right now. So Anthony can have a big sigh of relief and
Wow! And there is the Cyberman, the newest addition to the Blue Eyes deck. It's a very beautiful card, to be honest.
Yeah, I love it, especially seeing it in action. I mean, we really hope that it will at some point bring it up on the field. I mean, we mentioned it at the beginning of the match, how Anthony built this deck differently compared to other Blue Eyes deck lists we have seen in the last year or so. I mean, like, if it works for you, I guess it's fine. Like, the deck is working out, and now here in Game 3, we can't see the Cyberman, the Legend, in action.
I love it. I love it, really. And which means that Anthony is running the 3 copies of the Blue Eyes White Dragon in his deck. Oh, and we have the Gospel right there. Oh, immediately taken back into the hand.
Yeah, because you get to special summon either from deck
Or graveyard.
but I'm wondering if there's no Blue Eyes in the graveyard.
I think you
No,
can
no, that
still use
doesn't matter.
it.
You
Yeah,
can use it,
still
of
use
course.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I was a bit confused.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, what can you do? Because you already used the True Light effect, you already used the wishes, you normal summon twice thanks to the field spell, so you don't have much to do right now. You only have, if you have a war in hand, maybe. And yeah, big sync on the side of Anthony. Remember, he's 2-0 for now, and he wants to just stay undefeated at the end of the round 3. But it's not gonna be easy, because for now, the Ghost Bell has done a lot of work.
Yep, very
And we-
popular card this weekend,
Yeah.
of course, for a lot of the main matchups. But yeah, he's just catching a stray here. But yeah, we can use Mausoleum.
And we see the third artwork of the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Just you know, what you want to mix a little bit, you know, just in case if you're undecided which one you love the most. Makes sense.
Yeah, and this is still good enough because Cyberman is a tuner indeed, and you can just use it also in this way.
Are we going to equip once again the Ultimate Dragon? Or, oh yeah, it's going to be
Yes.
the same one. So we are able to access the Synchros. Oh, and we have the
Oh,
Roar in
that's
hand, which is great, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because we are going to be able to just special summon 2 Synchro monsters. And we get to see the Jet. Pretty good card, especially against Mitsurugi, to be honest.
Yeah, sometimes in the side deck as a one-off, but it's definitely out there. And we have mentioned how Spirit is so strong against the Dracotail deck. And here,
There is not only one, but 2
yeah,
spirits
there is 2.
on the field.
I mean, usually you really want to start things off with 1, with 2, even better, I guess, if you're not stopped by any other interruptions. And here, as we saw in game 1, there's also the Ultimate Spirit Dragon being summoned.
Oh, and we
no,
are
spice
going
things off.
to use the Crimson Dragon, and we are going to target the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon so that we can just get access to a Synchro 12. And what a Synchro here on the field. This is a bit weak to Nibiru, of course, but here we recognize the fact that there is no Nibiru in Kiana's hand. And we just get to do the full combo, basically. Bringing the starter Cypher, Dave, and Dragon. And this is something that we are not used to see, because in the Prime at Blue Eyes we try to play around the Nibiru, trying to just limit the numbers of summons and to bring the seal out of the extra deck. But here, decided to just go full gas, all in, and
There's also the
and there is
Lubellion to
even the
top it up.
Lubellion.
Wow.
What a end. And yeah, rightfully so, we ask for a translation. And I mean, most importantly, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can negate it and then destroy additionally a card on the field. So it's a pretty strong negate. Plus, it has some protection effect for every card the first time it's destroyed. So I mean, it's a big monster. I mean. And as you've mentioned, we can set up Regained, or are we also playing the Beast? I don't know at this point.
Yeah, he's hiding. He's hiding.
He's hiding Branded Beast?
Yeah.
Wow. Could be an additional interruption here.
I mean, and all of a sudden, this is a pretty impressive field, to be honest.
It
I
is.
was a bit worried at first because, yeah, there was the Ghost Bell,
And-
but the Roar just
Yeah.
gave so much power here.
Okay, a last minute change of heart, because we were placing the Branded Beast and then, no, we just went for Regain. But yeah, this is amazing. I still maybe like that a bit more, but it's still, I mean, incredible. You get the Bold Drake, you get to summon back the Magnamut as, you know, as soon as they summon. And oh, look at that.
What?
We draw into the
Classic.
full
Always,
loss.
always.
That's so unfortunate. You can still get a draw possibly, but yeah, that's quite unfortunate.
So yeah, Is it gonna be enough? Is the rest of the hand good enough to just go through all those interruptions? Remember, you have the ultimate Spirit Dragon. You have also Decipher, and in hand, you know that you are going to face the Ball Drake. That's a lot. Of course, the Fuvalos being activated right there.
Yeah. Again, one of those bad feelings when it happens, but what can you do? And now we see this Lucius. I mean, regain this there. We have so many different ways to go about it. And yeah, we're gonna start things off. We regained on Magnamut, makes a lot of sense to me.
This is so strong. This is so strong.
Yeah.
The cycle is absolutely amazing.
You have multiple ways to negate this. Because as mentioned, as soon as that 5 mana is activated, you can just negate and then pop the Lucius with the Divine Dragon. That's one option, but you have the ultimate, Spirit will be back. You know, the layers are there.
We could see the Drone Logbird in hand, I guess.
Wow. I mean, no need, ma.
Yeah.
Sure.
This is another layer on top of everything. We're
And
activating the 5 mana, but it's not gonna go through, I guess.
yeah, you can see Kiana smiling a bit. She knows this hardly is going to resolve. And yeah, we do use the Divine Dragon, negate 5 mana, pop the Lucius, and
this
there
is
it is. Anthony takes it with his unique spin on the Blue Eyes deck. And yeah, unfortunately, double Ghost Bell was not